Painting the portrait can be pretty hard, so I need practice. And with Christmas right around the corner, why not jump at the opportunity to paint jolly old Saint Nick? But right when I thought I had this thing in the bag, I ran into some trouble. Let's see if you can figure out what Santa's missing. I'll even give you a hint. It's not cookies this time or his favorite food, bacon. These colors make me think of bacon. A lot makes me think of bacon, actually. Step one, I want to determine where the shadow areas are, where my darks are. I'm not drawing in the lines perfectly and then painting inside those. I'm just going for it. And this allows the human brain to have an experience, to get surprised. It loves to be surprised. We all love surprises, and you can surprise yourself by painting this way. I'm only giving this thing what it needs, so I urge you to try this, and you're gonna notice you have to be in your right brain, right? Eyes have to stop being eyes. Angularities, dimensions, and shapes all need to line up, and suddenly you'll step back and realize, gosh, that's working. That's a face. Oh, that's how to do it. And then good luck. This never seems to get easier. One of the things I try to do is just be mentally aware. Am I getting fatigued? Am I not sure what to do, so I'm just doing a bunch of stuff? Or am I making some informed decisions off of observation I just made and keeping that rhythm? Painting is very similar to a song. Rhythm. Rhythm is part of that song. Keep it going. Keep the energy. While I'm painting in this color and this hat and everything, I'm also correcting. That's all painting really is. It's just a big series of corrections. Don't be afraid to mess it up. I'm trying to stay away from blending. Let's take red and white, for example. Well, if you want to blend those together, mix the value in between those two tones, which would be like pink or orange, right? And then when I step back, if I'm lucky, it'll create the illusion of form. So it's extremely easy to fall in love with certain little areas of the painting and really get consumed and make sure they're just perfect, but I really want to stay away from that. I want to correct, work this whole thing as I go, work around the painting, and just keep pulling that form forward. The areas like the beard, the ball and the hat, the top of the hat, these are areas outside of the painting, outside of the focal point, which are those eyes, that light on that nose. These are the important areas I want to bring to life and make sure I'm investing in those areas, but while not falling in love with them. And right now you'll notice I'm falling in love with these eyes, and well, it's safe to say that this Santa, he's going the distance. This whole canvas will soon be covered. Noses. Noses have always been a handicap for me, really. I just can't see. All my noses look like pig noses. It's just got big warts on the noses. It's not working. Anyway, watch me blend this edge. Orange. Bam. Right, that's how we're doing it. Just got to break an edge here. A little top to the nose up there. Just little suggestions of what the shape's doing, so when we stand back, it all works. This is why it's a great idea to just keep working all around the painting at once and just coming back to the areas that you thought might have been a discrepancy. If you can't make it better, just appreciate your own Impressionism and let it marinate for a little bit. I'm just being curious with this white paint that I put on straight out of the tube. I've never put white on just a white canvas before, actually, so that's a good thing. I mean, I want to learn and master these principles, and then I want to be wary if I'm falling into too much of a process. I want to experiment with that and like figure that out, decode that, and then come at it a different way to surprise myself through action, because I don't want to get stuck into a certain groove and be forever stuck there artistically. And sometimes it's hard to think my way to creativity. I have to take action to it. Leave a comment if you can relate. Impressionism is a funny thing. It's like editing these videos. I noticed that there's Impressionism in here too. I don't want to edit right away. I want to just play it all through and look at it as a whole first, and then break down chunks, maybe put a little bit of the middle and the front so you can get a taste what's coming. But the little accidents, like there was just my son like in the background, right? And he's sometimes in the background of this recording. And I immediately in my editing, my left brain says, you know what? I can't have that. My video needs to be perfect. But maybe one day my son will be watching this video and he'll hear himself back there. That type of looseness, that type of just allowance is what I'm after while doing the best art I can. Look, let's get back into some technical stuff here. So notice how what I haven't done yet. I haven't worked on the right side of the brim up there on that hat. I just let that as an open edge. That's a lost edge, and lost edges in a painting and what you don't do sometimes can really just let the viewer in. It's like giving them the keys. It's saying like, I know you get it. I understand that you get it, and I want to reward your intelligence in that way. It's real easy to draw in that line, but we know, our brain knows where that line is. And it's just really rewarding the viewer intelligence if you can just leave edges open that don't need to be there. And if I'm lucky, I'll also start to notice this Impressionism and these lost edges in life as well. Not just a painting, but sometimes it's what you don't do that creates the success. And do I really need to get consumed in the details, or can I step back and view this thing as a whole? Was it working just fine, and then my insecurities or ego got in the way in my pursuit for perfection? Painting's tricky, but it seems to all be there, all the answers, when you're really tapped into it, when you're really working. And I guess that's why they call it artwork. It's a great place to be, but it'll get you. It'll show you everything. And that's why I say painting, just like life, is merely a series of corrections. Don't just give up. It's just paint. And whenever possible, do I just want to cut and paste, or can I make some artistic decisions here? And we're painting jolly old St. Nick, and maybe we noticed he might be missing something. Do you know what it is? Leave a comment if you know. I got a question for you. Do you think particles truly change their behavior once they're being observed? Well, what I've learned the hard way is they do. Filming a painting is quite different than being in the solitude of just me and the canvas. But although I feel very vulnerable letting you into this process of mine, I have bigger problems to worry about. Santa wanted his glasses back. I didn't catch that part on film, and it's okay. Lost edges are okay. Getting lost in your work is okay. In fact, it's necessary. My artistic decision I made here was to put some glasses on Santa. Hide a little bit of the eye problem I was suffering with. It needs something in there. It needs those glasses. There's almost a reflection happening, which is like a happy accident in that glasses. Maybe there's a figure out there. I remind myself to work around the painting. I'm getting fatigued. I'm tired. I'm trying to finish this thing in one sitting. There's a little dot happening on the ball. It's kind of catching my eye. I don't like that. I'm hoping right now that I fix that. I don't even know if I do, honestly. But it's catching my eye. So let's talk about those edges, those hard, dark edges. And yes, I signed them a little early as a reminder not to go down there and mess with that area anymore. But these little hard edges, they're going to pull your eye. Edges that are hard and areas that are dark will pull your eye like gravity. So just be wary of those. If you're digging this Santa, click the link in the description to get the print. And we're done. Kind of looks like that guy from Trimmers, the guy behind the bar. Oh, and one last thing. If your paintbrush feels like it's 1,000 pounds right now, if the resistance is attacking you with everything it has, keeping you from making your art, fight back. Do me a favor, get to that easel. You'll be cooking in no time.